Did you peeps? We need to have a talk. Now, I really don't know how I have missed this, but there is finally a Kraven the Hunter movie coming soon from Sony. This is great. Finally, a character I have said would be the easiest to put up on the big screen. He has no crazy abilities, no insane mechanics like 4 metal robot arms or being a giant mutant lizard. Just a man who is at the top of his game, having hunted every type of predator available on Earth. Get a beefy stunt guy, add in some insane wire work with maybe a few animal experts here and there, and you could build the movie out with a relatively low budget. I was waiting with bated breath for them to turn Kraven's Last Hunt into a live action film. Arguably, one of his most famous comic book storylines with Spider-Man. You have probably seen this famous image of Spider-Man digging himself out of his own grave before. Very thrilled to finally get a live action Kraven. But that is where my excitement ends. Looking further into this upcoming 2023 movie that is going to be produced by Sony, and of course, my anticipation fades very quickly. Do not get me wrong, Sony is responsible for some of my most favourite Spider-Man movies. They are also responsible for some of my least favourite comic book movies, with the likes of the Amazing Spider-Man films or the Venom movies. Do not even get me started on Let There Be Carnage. I am not getting into that movie ever again. It is buried. That is not even mentioning the upcoming Morbius movie. At the time of filming, this movie is actually right around the corner, but all I have seen from the media in the past is that this new Marvel Sony project is destined to be a flop. I really hope that that is not true, but even I will admit, from what I have seen, I am not overly enthused about it. And then there is the casting. Aaron Taylor Johnson is cast as Kraven, and can I just say, no. This is not okay. Sony are so focused on making another movie that they go and cast Quicksilver. How do you just... Look, we all know as well as Sony that Spider-Man is their golden ticket. They own the rights to his movie future, and Marvel have to play ball to even get a whiff of the Warcrawler in the MCU, which right now needs that character. I do not doubt that. Now, Sony is so keen on copying what Marvel are doing that they go and create superhero content. I say content because the things that they have released are not considered superhero movies in my opinion. They are content-driven cash grabs that they are releasing in order to hold up a sinking ship, aka the Sony Verse. Now, in making this content, we will never have Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Kraven the Hunter match up because it does not work on either side. If this interaction is in the hands of Marvel, then how are they going to explain a Quicksilver lookalike coming in to fight Spider-Man? They can't do it. If it is a Sony-driven interaction, then Spider-Man will be out of the MCU indefinitely, and no one wants that. We are in this weird period where the MCU gets Spider-Man and Sony basically gets everyone else. See, I realise I am having a bash on Sony here. I do not mean to be doing that. They are the company who has created my most favourite console, even though the current PS5 is nowhere to be found. I still love the PlayStation. Their movies, however, is where I have my issue. Sony have the Spider-Man movie rights, and like I said earlier, he is their golden ticket to ride on the MCU money train. I do not doubt that for a second. Here is where the companies differ though. Marvel have the infamous Kevin Feige. He is at the helm of the MCU and has a clear direction as to where he is going with each and every movie and TV series released by Marvel. Sony is tossing all these characters at the wall to see what sticks. They get these amazing actors to portray these characters who are all bogged down by horrible scripts and decisions by higher-ups who, in my opinion, have no love for the content they are adapting. Bottom line, they have no care for the love and passion that have gone into these characters and their stories over decades of award-winning comic books. I do not think that there is an MCU movie or TV series now that you can't see some sort of comic book inspiration from things like the story, the costumes, the characterization that the heroes and the villains take on their story arcs. It truly makes my heart happy to see these stories ripped from the pages up on the big screen. It makes me even happier to know that these stories I loved as a kid and was getting picked on for liking back in the day are translating into such incredible movies with amazing scenes, fantastic actors getting major breaks, beautiful scores and music, breathtaking visuals. I could go on, but I'm sure you get my point. Marvel build their universe. They have these incredible story arcs that pay off in the end. Sometimes in movies that are years apart. Sony are trying to blow you away with these crazy and incredible characters who have abilities and seem to have no regard for the kind of history they have been through in their source material. Eddie Brock now has become an anti-hero when he was cured of his cancer brought on by Venom and finds himself bonded to a new symbiote known as Anti-Venom. Venom's kind of brother that seems to have the ability to heal people instead of bring on diseases like Venom has done in the past. As for Venom, it bonded with Flash Thompson after he had lost his legs fighting for his country in the Iraq War. He was inspired by the acts of selflessness from his hero, Spider-Man, and decided to help the world in his own way by joining the military. Venom then brought Flash back into the fight by becoming Agent Venom, the government's secret weapon when it came to superheroes and villains, who has all the abilities brought on by the Venom symbiote paired with things such as guns and knives and weapons of that nature. How incredible it would be to see an Agent Venom on screen. Flash Thompson, one of Peter Parker's biggest bullies turned friend who decided to join the army and was awarded a Purple Heart only to be turned into a special Black Ops version of a symbiote-powered super soldier. They had 2 separate chances to do this with 2 previous Flash Thompson actors, but again, there feels like there is no clear vision within this Sony Verse of heroes. I did not mean to go on such a rant here, but honestly, as excited as I am to see this new Kraven the Hunter movie, I am also thinking about other things that ultimately will not benefit the fans any more than hopefully what will be an amazing movie. They better keep him Russian. I cannot see Sergei Kravenov without his iconic Russian accent and heritage. You guys and girls want to dispute any claims I have made here? Sound off in the comments down below. I am open to any other opinions that could calm these thoughts I am having, and as always, I will catch you all in the next one. The next rant. I don't know. The next video. Yeah, we'll go with that. Bye!